thank everybody for coming today. I especially want to thank APC for coming out and joining us, as well as the Teamsters, and of course the CFA. We do have some representatives from CFA here with us today. I wanted to let you guys know that in the far corner, we have t-shirts and baseball caps. You're welcome to choose one or the other. If we have extras, we'll give out extras. But I just want to make sure everybody gets something. So today's going to be pretty quick. We just have some visitors here that want to share some messages. First, we're going to have Nick, our lure, which everybody knows. And then we're going to have Kathy, our president of CSUEU, speak to you guys. And then Sam from APC is going to have a few minutes. And then CFA is going to come up and share their support with us. So Nick, you want to come up and talk to the peeps?
Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to wait a little bit for the line to go down, but we have such good turnout. We're running out of time, so I'd like to get started and just give you some updates and introduce you to Catherine, who's the statewide president for CSUEU, who's here to give us some bargaining updates. Let's give Catherine a hand. And then we have some of our brothers and sisters from other unions who would like to say a few words as well, because as you all know, in this bargaining, we're all in this together, and the more we work together and organize together as unions across the CSU campuses, the stronger we'll be. So it's a good sign to have other unions join us on these types of activities. We did a great rally last month with ABC and the Teamsters, and we want to keep that going even beyond this bargaining cycle. And then we have a raffle at the end, so we want to save time to make sure people win their prizes and get to collect them. But I'm Nick. Most of you know me. I'm the labor rep from CSUEU assigned to this campus. And you've heard the union, you've heard us talk about our contract bargaining, our compensation bargaining that we've engaged in for the last few months in terms of trying to attack or confront the real salary challenge the CSU has. I think everybody in this room knows that the ranges that are currently in effect are low and they're unfair, right? Because of all the inversion and the disparity within the compensation system. So we have been for years fighting to get the return of a step system which fairly compensates people for their length of service here at the CSU, so we can no longer have to rely on the IRP process, which we all know is flawed, to be able to keep up with the community standard. And we're at the point now where we're seeing just very drastically the difference in new hire rates and the rates of those who have been here for a while. And we know that's grossly unfair. So we've been working over the past years in terms of working with the legislature, really pushing the CSU to fix this. And I'm happy to say that at this point in time, we're further than we ever have been. You've heard, and one of the differences that you may notice is that the last few months, we have been really taking this bargaining seriously in terms of engaging the membership, because the membership is the best weapon we have in our arsenal, in our quiver, in terms of being able to put up a good fight to win what we need at the bargaining table. It's not just the bargaining team that goes and does some great negotiations to get a good contract or a good salary compensation system. It's all of us together pushing the CSU to do the right thing. So you may have noticed in the last few months we've been talking much more openly about striking, which for some folks is quite a scary proposition, right? But as we've said in the past, the threat of the strike is as important and as powerful as the strike itself. So just letting the CSU know that we will take that step, because we've had enough. We're tired of the ranges. We need real reform. We need a real change. And so we've been seriously engaging our membership, as well as not keeping a secret that our members are ready to strike to make this happen, right? We've done a lot of town halls talking about what a strike looks like, what are people's legal protections, what are our rights under a strike. We've been doing a lot of rallies, a lot of petition signing, all across the state of California, not just here at East Bay, but at San Francisco State and at Fresno State and San Diego State, right? All of us have been engaged in this struggle. You may remember a few weeks ago, or maybe even a month or two ago, we reported that the CSU gave us an economic proposal which fell woefully short of what we needed, right? They said, oh, we'll give you guys steps, right? But they were only steps on paper. Kind of laid a blueprint of steps over the top of the range system, but did not include movement of individuals to their appropriate step, right? So they were just steps on paper. In terms of practice or in reality, they were meaningless, right? And so that was a proposal that we, the CSU bargaining team said, you know what, get out of here. That's not what it's gonna take to be able to fix the compensation system. We need something better, we need a real proposal. And recently, we got such a proposal. By no means is it an acceptable offer, but it's something that is a very good, serious proposal that we can work to improve. And so I think the message from that is, and I'll keep this very short because I want to get the program moving, but the message here is that, again, going back to the concept that the threat of a strike is as powerful as the strike itself. So the more that the CSU, the more the Chancellor's office down in Long Beach are getting reports from each campus that people are engaged, people are active, they're wearing their shirts, their buttons, they're coming to the lunchtime rallies or the solidarity breaks, the more they will take that seriously and the better results we will see at the bargaining table. So I'm going to turn it over to Catherine. She can fill in some of the details, give us kind of a global or a statewide assessment of where we are. Catherine Hutchinson.
I'm short and I own it. Okay. Thank you all for coming out and supporting. Nick set it up really well for me because I just want to build off of everything he just said. So the unions, all of your brothers and sisters, so Teamsters, CFA, us, APC, UAPD, some of us don't know we have doctors, UAW, the graduate students. We all decided to come together because we realized that the CSU was purposely keeping us apart and bargaining separately, and we didn't know what was going on with each other. And then we would be like, wait, how come they got that deal and we didn't get that deal? And we realized it was actually harming us as labor workers versus coming together. So we made a commitment to come together and work together with Teamsters, everyone. And we're calling it, as you guys have heard probably, the Summer of Solidarity. So that was our first rally down at the Chancellor's office 2 months ago. The actions that we've been doing, that you guys have been doing, whether we asked you to wear blue shirts on one day, do a picket sign for us, or a rally, that has actually got the attention of the CSU. So that first proposal that came out, Nick was correct. We were like, you just fulfilled the requirement that the governor said do, get a step system. So we told them, come back serious, but meantime, we're gonna start our strike talk prep, things like that. Well, they know we're serious because I don't know about you guys, but every meeting I go to, whether it's with CSU management or my own campus, I have my strike background up. Steps now, strike ready. That is actually scaring the CSU. And then when they see all of us coming together, like at rallies, Teamsters, we're all supporting each other's actions, it's scaring them even more. Because as Nick said, they're coming with a proposal tomorrow to the team that actually, again, it's not a proposal that we would accept right away, but it shows they're taking it seriously. And I also know they're taking it seriously because we got word from Chancellor's office management that, hey, are you guys telling your members to spy on our managers to see if they're trying to stop you guys from striking? And we're like, no, we would never tell our members that. Like, even if I told y'all, would I admit that? No. But we're like, no, we don't need to do that because our members are fired up and ready to go. They're tired. We've played nice with you guys. We've come to the table every time ready, and y'all have just turned around and said, here you go, we don't need you. It's okay. They're starting to lose, and they see that. The workers that have been here now 10 years. It was starting with retirements, and then that was fine, whatever. And then the younger workers, I don't know about you guys, my campus, people are only staying for about a year or two, and then they're finding other jobs. And I call us a training campus, because we train them how to do that job, and then they go find a better job somewhere else. paying more. So their retention rate is really bad, and so they know that they have to do something. Also, to the governor's message, I understand everyone was probably upset, he vetoed the bill, whatever, but you have to read between the lines with politics, and he basically told them, you want to keep that 5% compact, you use it to fund the step system. And that's what they're trying to figure out and do. The other important thing I want to tell you is politics. I know we don't think about it because we work for the CSU, that's our employer, and that's who we get mad at. But they're fully funded by the state. And the state is elected by all of us. Your legislators, your governor is elected by you. And the reason why I bring this up is because you actually have 2024 seats coming up for the Senate and Assembly, a lot of them. You're gonna have a lot of turnover. It matters. So we're meeting with legislators. We may have members like you come and talk with them to ask them how they're gonna support you as a staff person when you get in that seat. And if they don't support us and give the CSU more money to fund our step increases and wages, then we vote you out. So your voting power is so powerful that I don't think you realize it, because that's who's actually deciding how much the CSU gets to run. So I know it's politics. Some people are like, oh God, it's politics, it's boring. But it's something that we have to participate in. And that's why last year when we did our Path to Power, we talked about the PAC and things like that. It's just because ultimately, you saw it, the governor made the decision, do I want to give this or not? The CSU tried to stop it, but you guys, you might not think it, but you're more powerful than the CSU's ever seen. So be proud. When we ask for you guys to come out for events, rallies, sign the petition, please sign them, because they are paying attention. And they're paying attention because we're also united as one big labor group. We have Teamsters, CFA, APC, UAW, and UAPD. We're all sharing and meeting together, so the CSU can't pull one over the other. We're gonna rise above and get the fair wages we deserve. Everyone in this room deserves a fair, livable wage and not have to work 2 to 3 jobs. I have to work 2 jobs just like some of you, and it's not right. But the manager I'm really annoyed with right now, I'm sorry, I just got in a meeting with my manager. He doesn't. So I'm like, you're doing all the work, you're the leg work, you're the manager who just comes over and tries to micromanage me and tell me what I did wrong or did right. And then you get to go home and I'm stuck here an extra hour because I gotta finish up my day, because then if I don't, it's added to the next day, right? So I just want to encourage you guys that when we come out to ask for these things, it truly is helping. I know everyone's busy in their lives, but this is the year, one of our biggest years, to finally push through, get that step system that we can get on. So then that way everyone knows next year what their predictable wage will be. You don't have to guess that, hey, I submitted that IRP, is it gonna get approved or not? Oh wait, I have to wait 3 months for that? Oh, I did a reclass, I have to wait 6 months? Oh wait, they blew timeline, now it's a year and I still don't know if I got reclassed. That's the stuff we're trying to move away from, so you guys know how to plan your lives and have some vacation and not a staycation. Actually go somewhere because you're paid a livable wage that allows you to do that. That's all we're asking. That's not anything harmful. That's all we're asking. Who's next? Okay, I promised Mary I'd keep it short and sweet. So appreciate you guys. Keep helping us out whenever we send something out. You can. I know we got a few people going down to the rally for us on Tuesday. We're going to be out there strong. We doubled it from last rally, so the CSU is going to be nervous. If you happen to live stream, apparently I was told you can hear us outside in the building shaking when they're inside. So after public comment, we'll be outside making the noise, and you might be able to hear us if you listen to the live stream. Okay. You? Okay, so thank you all again for coming today. We appreciate it. I know Mary's, I told her awesome turnout. Thank you guys, especially for summer. I really appreciate y'all coming. And I will see you, not on a strike line, hopefully. I'll see you hopefully ratifying a step system. Thank you.
Sam Tran from ATC. afternoon. Well, first thing first, thank you, Mary, to put this meeting together. I believe that last time we have a joint meeting, if people have been here long enough, I believe we serve under one hall. We have a picnic areas. That's like with Joe, like at least 25 years ago, if anybody remembers. So you could tell that I've been here that long. Anyhow, and also the food that you're enjoying, thank you for Fernando. So it's really delicious and reasonable price. So anytime you have a party, go look for Fernando. If you have his phone number, not to date him, but at least get his food, okay? So get his phone number. Okay, so seriously, thank you for Nick and Catherine mentioned about a little bit about the STEP. So the biggest problem that we have right now with the STEP is first, CSU is offering us with 2% and 23 steps. And then we always say, that's a fuck no, so excuse my language. But you cannot believe what they come back with. Can you believe what they come back with? 20 steps with 2%. So the answer should still be the same. Unfortunately, we haven't told them yet. But this is the thing. If you not sign up for your membership yet, how many people here are not signed up for your memberships? That's the first thing first. Number matters. So you need to sign up and complete your memberships if you have not. If you're here, either you get a blue shirt or a green shirt. If you have not get a blue shirt yet, there's some in the back. If you have not get a green shirt yet, come by my office after the meeting. There's plenty of green shirts for you to pick it up. And for the rest, I'm not sure what color shirt that you have. So make sure that you wear something that you will show them we are here. You want to be visible. If you cannot do that, don't talk about strike because it's far away from it. So what I'm seeing today, I'll be proud of because I'm seeing mostly green and blue. So that is the right directions. Because one thing that I wanted to say is another problem is with the proposal with STEP is they did offer that, but that is not guaranteed every year. We will have to go back and negotiate every year whether we're gonna get that 2% or not, right? If you think back, if you've been here that long, I look back for the past 30 years, guess how many years we did not get GSI? 13 years. 13 years out of those 30 years, we did not get a penny. So if they offer you 20, 23, it doesn't matter what it is, and we have to go back and negotiate every year, imagine that 20 years, if you do that, 40 or 30%, you will not get it. So it's not automatically, that's a problem. Does CSU have money? Yes, they do. Let me tell you how much money they have on reserve. Any could guess?
7 million.
Million? We talk about billions.
That's what I said.
So if you remember back in 2010, when we had furlough, that's the first time I learned they had $1.3 billion on reserve. And guess how much they have right now? $8 billion. So every time they say they have no money, and they turn around, their reserve is growing. For what? Right? And there's another additional funding that I just found out. I'm not sure that's true or not, but Nick and Catherine could tell me that is true or not. There is a pot of money that's called for COVID. For the pandemic, and they could spend whatever way they wanted to do COVID. So the funding they get, they already spend, for the student, they always spend it. But right now, they still have 256 or 265, my 5 and 6 already flip it over. So $1 million, they need to spend whatever they wanted with that $256 million. So if you're talking about they have no money, I don't know how they're gonna get that. even they just use the $8 billion money they have from interest is enough to fund us through the steps 5% each year, not even 2%. So if anybody good in math, please tell me, this is right or wrong. So that is the data I got, and look into it. So whenever that CSU tell you they have no money, it's hard to believe. And another example I could give you, last year, they got fully funded, like Kathleen said, and they also have additional 5% on top of the fully funded last year budget. Guess what? What do we get? Anybody get a penny more? So, there's your answers. So they always tell you they have no money, but turn around, their reserve is growing. So hopefully with this, it's a starting. We would like to see more of this. We need to work together and fight for what we deserve for the money and for what we should get paid. And I'm looking forward to work with all of you. Thank you. I'm not sure yet.
Is Jeff here? Jeff from CFA?
All right, thank you. Thank you all, good to see you all. And thank you, Mary, for inviting us. I'm here with our staff representative from CFA, Nat Lau. And again, great to be with you here today. We are just beginning our bargaining activity with CSU on 4 issues, salary, workload, benefits, and safety. And we anticipate a tough row, but we're going to prevail. And we're going to do that together because in strength, we have numbers, yes? All right. Look forward to working with you together. We are together. We support you all and all of your extraordinary work in keeping this campus together. Thanks so much for inviting us.